What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Infinite Warfare video here today on the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about is something that some people might not be too fond of, but we're going to be discussing how supply drops will work in Infinite Warfare. Now, as of right now, I will say straight up, this is not confirmed in any way, shape, or form. Supply drops haven't even been mentioned in Infinite Warfare yet, but based off of previous trends and how much in extra revenue supply drops has generated the Call of Duty franchise, it's pretty much just a matter of when we get that announcement, rather than if we actually get it. But before we get too far into it, if you guys do enjoy this video, drop a like rating down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. But let's talk about supply drops. Once again, it is theorized, it's not confirmed in any way, shape, or form. So right now, take this with a grain of salt, don't freak out too much. But we got some information recently about some new pre-order camos that are coming to Infinite Warfare, and these images got me interested a little bit here with it. It got me thinking a little bit about how this would work out, because a lot of the in-game design stuff isn't just for marketing promotion, it also is tied in with the game in some way, shape, or form. We saw this starting all the way back with Advanced Warfare teasing a little bit of an image for the supply drops. A lot of people thought it was a care package at the time, but it did not come to be true. That was instead a supply drop, and this one, the images up on screen now showcase the Bullet Hawk as well as the Hellstorm personalization packs, but the interesting part about this is that I feel like these gun casings could potentially be the design for supply drops or how weapons come out of supply drops. That said though, that's not really the focus. It got me more so thinking on why supply drops would be a viable thing here. Once again, we discussed it already being a monetary issue with Activision, and as a business, it's their main goal to drive as much revenue as possible. That can't really be considered evil because, well, that is literally the basic ideology and groundwork for every single business in existence. But the other way that it could work works out perfectly with the proposed weapon crafting system. For those of you guys that have missed a little bit of a recap we've done here on the channel, just a quick too long didn't read version here of this. Basically, there will be weapon variants in Infinite Warfare, and it comes down to a matter of different classifications, that being common, rare, legendary, and epic in those weapon variants, and those weapon variants will each hold various different properties that make them different from each other. They're not going to be like the Obsidian Steed or the Speakeasy in terms of variants like that, but instead, some have different various properties to them that will either add to somebody's playstyle or take away from it. Say one of the shotguns is an automatic shotgun. It actually does self-inflicting damage here with it, so for every shot that fires, it hurts your player a little bit. So that's something that will make you think twice before using that weapon perhaps. But then there are weapons that will have an atomizer strike on it, which is Infinite Warfare's take on the nuke. We don't know if there's going to be something like the Moab or the Chem Strike where that's going to be a standard thing, but the nuke or the atomizer strike is only going to be available as a weapon perk on some of these special weapon variations. So that said, there's going to be a whole lot of different customization available with it, and there is another feature called Salvage, which you can make your own weapon variations. But that said, the base weapons are available to everybody, but the special variants with cool different features, those are something that need to be acquired over time, either by Salvage and that luck there, or perhaps by supply drops. Salvage in its own different regards is something that would work out very well, I think, but a lot of time in collecting at that point, and where do the parts come from other than, say, perhaps supply drops. Now, my only fear with that, for those of you guys that once again don't know what salvage is, like we just said, it is a way to craft your own weapon variants. If it is something where then you have to collect each individual part to make your own weapon, my fear is that those weapon parts will be in supply drops if they do come here, and then it will be like a Black Ops 3 type thing where you get a ton of different outcomes for drops, and it still is then a hefty price on your playtime for, say, COD points or crypto keys, whatever the in-game currency for playing is, but also as well as the in-game currency that can come out of your wallet. That, I think, is where the community will have a big problem with the way that supply drops would work if it's like this, but overall it seems like no matter how it comes down to it, it's going to be a thing that variants are in supply drops. And once again, though we don't have anything confirmed that supply drops will be returning, it seems like a no-brainer based off the success in not only Advanced Warfare, but also the record-setting numbers of Black Ops 3 and supply drops there within that game. So that said, though there is not anything on this, I think it's kind of just a matter of when rather than if. So if that's the case though, and my assumption is correct here on this, we not only could see the return of supply drops, but also could see the return of weapon variations in supply drops coming via the supply drop system. So that, I think, is we're gonna wrap it up here today, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to briefly give you a description of how I think the supply drop system is going to work in Infinite Warfare. Once again, I could be wrong, I could be spot on, I don't know. It's just a matter of speculation at this point, because because there is a good hunch that I have that we will be seeing supply drops returning in Infinite Warfare, and if it's the case, I would love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Do you guys like the theory that I have here? I know this is a topic that is really touchy for some people, and some people may not particularly like the idea, but I want to get you guys engaged here with this. Do you guys think that's going to be something that comes like this, or do you think it's going to be something a little bit different in the way that it works? And if so, how do you think it will work, assuming we get supply drops? But that said, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did, make sure you drop a like rating down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with everything Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare. And of course, we still got Black Ops 3 here for a little bit, so stick around for all that kind of stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Nikolai Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care, and peace.